So, Donald Trump is talking about China and artificial intelligence again. Shocking, I know. News headlines flash, bold pronouncements and dire warnings. People click, share, and cluck. It's a familiar playbook, nation versus nation in a high-stakes technological cage match. Anxiety spikes when people hear these claims. They imagine one country secretly holding all the digital cards, or a single super-smart algorithm upending the global order. It's a compelling narrative, tailor-made for a political rally, or a late-night tweet storm. But here's the thing, compelling narratives often sacrifice nuance for impact. The AI landscape is far more complex and tangled. It's more interesting than any simple myth can convey. This isn't just good guys versus bad guys. It isn't a zero-sum game where one side's win means another's total defeat. The world of AI is a sprawling, interconnected ecosystem. Researchers, corporations, open-source communities. Peel back the layers of political rhetoric. Look at the code. Look at the hardware. Look at the people behind it all. This isn't just fact-checking a politician, though that's worthwhile. Let's start our countdown at number 6 with a myth that fuels geopolitical anxiety. The claim is this: China has already won the AI race and controls the entire field. People picture a monolithic state apparatus directing every researcher, cornering the market on innovation, setting the rules for the rest of the world. The fear, we're just playing catch-up, that Beijing will dictate global tech, leaving everyone else behind. This vision is profoundly mistaken. Here's the fact: AI development is global and decentralized. It's not a kingdom ruled by one monarch. Instead, a vibrant, chaotic, collaborative network spans the planet. Universities, corporate labs, independent collectives. Major breakthroughs come from the United States, Europe, Canada, Israel, India, China. No single country has a monopoly on brilliant minds. Consider how the industry actually functions. The lifeblood is open publication of academic papers. They publish findings on platforms like Arxiv, where anyone in the world can read, critique, and build on them. This culture of sharing accelerates progress. This is the idea that a single powerful leader, be it a president, a CEO, a regulator, can single-handedly solve the dangers of artificial intelligence. You'll hear it in speeches promising to shut down rogue AI, or in declarations that one executive order can safeguard humanity. The allure is obvious. It frames a complex, multifaceted problem as something that can be fixed with a stroke of a pen or a forceful speech, suggesting all we need is the right person in charge with enough willpower. But the reality is far more complicated. Fact: ensuring AI safety requires a coordinated multi-stakeholder effort. There is no magic wand or silver bullet. It's a systemic problem that demands a systemic solution, involving a broad coalition of different groups working in concert. Think of it less like flipping a switch, and more like carefully building an intricate safety net. A single leader can sound the alarm and set a direction, but they cannot weave the entire net by themselves. Real, lasting change depends on cooperation, not just command. This collaborative approach involves numerous essential players. Governments are needed, establish sensible regulations, create clear legal liabilities, fund public interest AI research that prioritizes safety over profit. Let's combine our next two myths, because they both spring from the same misunderstanding of how technology works. At number 4, we have the claim that China is secretly using AI to surpass the United States in every single technological domain. This creates a picture of a relentless, all-encompassing strategy for total dominance. And right behind it, at number 3, is the idea that AI can be easily banned or blocked, as if we could just build a digital wall to keep it out. Both myths oversimplify the complex, porous, and messy reality of the global tech landscape. The fact is, the United States-China tech competition is not a one-sided affair, and AI itself cannot be easily contained. Regarding myth number 4, both countries possess distinct and formidable strengths. The United States continues to lead in the design of the most advanced semiconductor chips, the fundamental hardware that powers cutting-edge AI. The US is also home to companies developing the most powerful foundational models. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic. China, on the other hand, has demonstrated immense strength in deploying AI at scale in specific applications: facial recognition, e-commerce, mobile payment systems, driven by its massive domestic market and data availability. This brings us to myth number 3, the notion of a simple ban. The fact is, AI is not a single product you can stop at the border. It's a vast collection of software, algorithms, datasets, techniques. A huge portion of this ecosystem is open source. The code and research papers are freely available online for anyone to download, modify, and use. While a government could try to ban a specific company or app, like TikTok, it cannot ban the underlying mathematical principles or the open-source models that developers worldwide are using. Trying to block AI is like trying to ban algebra. A smarter approach, and the one experts advocate for, focuses on regulation and strategic control, not outright prohibition. As we reach the end of our countdown, we arrive at two final myths that shape the public conversation about AI. At number 2 is the cynical dismissal, the claim that all talk of AI risk is just fear-mongering and should be ignored. This is the argument of the unabashed optimist, or the vested interest, suggesting that any warning is simply hype designed to stifle progress. And at number 1, the most pervasive myth of all, the belief that simple slogans can fix complex technological problems. This is the idea that a catchy phrase is a substitute for a well-crafted policy. The truth is much more sober. For myth number 2, the fact is that AI presents very real and serious risks that warrant our full attention. This isn't science fiction panic, it's a pragmatic assessment from the very people building the technology. Experts are legitimately concerned about a range of near-term and long-term harms, including the mass production of sophisticated disinformation that could destabilize elections, algorithmic bias that perpetuates social inequities, economic disruption from rapid automation, and the potential for highly autonomous systems to act in unintended and harmful ways. Ignoring these warnings is not pragmatic. It's reckless. So, what's the bottom line after dispelling all this bluster? The truth about China, AI, and the pronouncements of figures like Donald Trump is found in the messy middle, far from the clean lines of a political slogan. The world of artificial intelligence is not a simple story of one nation's inevitable dominance or another's imminent collapse. It is a sprawling, global, and highly interconnected field where collaboration often outweighs competition, and where progress is driven by a shared pool of open knowledge. The more critical challenge is our collective race to build guardrails, norms, policies that can keep pace with the technology's rapid advancement. Good policy, rigorous safety checks, and an informed public are the tools that will mitigate risk, not empty rhetoric or a blind refusal to acknowledge the challenges ahead.